In the area of Mahipuri, Nila, the engineer of the Vanar army, he reconstructed the city, and Mahiravan's nephew, his sister's son, was established as the king. And now the war started. This war was different from how the Kurukshetra war was fought. Day and night the fighting was going on. The men, especially, they became more strong after sunset, and a lot of damage was done to the monkey army. Especially when Indrajit, when he came to the battlefield, and then Kumbhakarna, when he came to the battlefield. There was a lot of damage for the monkeys. And Indrajit, he used a lot of illusory techniques. By becoming invisible, he fought, and at one time, it happened twice, he made Raman and Lakshman unconscious by using some special snake weapon. And then, on the advice of one of the great doctors of the Vanar army, and Vibhishan's idea, Hanuman flew to Himalayas and he brought the Sanjeevani mountain. Actually, they told him to bring the Sanjeevani, Mrityu Sanjeevani leaf. But this Mrityu Sanjeevani leaf, it got some shining, sparkles. So when Hanuman arrived in the Himalayan region, he went to that particular mountain. The rishis who were meditating on the mountain, for them, this Mrityu Sanjeevani is very valuable, because if you just take one leaf, then you don't have to eat for 5 years. No food, no thirst, and no hunger, and no sickness. So very nice thing they were taking. And they saw that Hanuman has come, so they knew if anybody comes there, they only come for Sanjeevani. So, just like if the local people come for Gaur Purnima, it's usually to ask the visiting devotees if they have any tape recorder. Just a guess. If Gaur Purnima, then maybe they can get something. It's always like that. So Mrityu Sanjeevani is very valuable, and somebody is coming there, so he must be looking for Mrityu Sanjeevani. And there is nothing else there, just Mrityu Sanjeevani plants and rishis sitting, closing their eyes, meditating for thousands of years. So then they knew that this is some danger. So they used their mystic power, and they made all the leaves shine like Mrityu Sanjeevani. So then Hanuman was looking, shining, this one, then that's also shining. And he looked, the whole mountain is shining. Then he said, now I am in problem. I don't know which one to take. He said, why worry, take the whole mountain. So he put his hand under the mountain and he just looked to the top, and the rishis behind it. Where are we going? And he flew. And before Hanuman came with Mrityu Sanjeevani mountain, Jambavan very cleverly used the monkey army to kick all the dead bodies of demons into the ocean. Clean the whole place. Only the monkey dead bodies were kept. Because otherwise, when Mrityu Sanjeevani comes, then everyone will get up. And then it will be as before. So very cleverly Jambavan arranged that all the dead bodies of demons must be kicked into the ocean, and some stones put on their head so that they won't pop up. And then Mrityu Sanjeevani came, all the monkeys got it. So now the demons were small and the Vanaras were more. Then again, second time he had to do that. Even when he was bringing from the long distance, even before he landed on Lanka, they all got up. The power of Murti Sanjeevani is so much. You go to Calcutta now, some Ayurvedic doctors may give you Murti Sanjeevani. But this Murti Sanjeevani and that Murti Sanjeevani is no comparison. If one devotee, Bhumnagar, so some of you may know him. So he had some problems. He always forgets everything. Forgets to button his shirt, while shaving forgets, leaves this side off. So many things he forgets. So he wanted to take some medicine so that he will get good remembrance. He went to the Ayurvedic doctor. He asked him for some medicine for remembrance. He gave him a Ramayana, something 300-400 rupees, only this much medicine. Very valuable. He said, I put gold in it, silver in it, diamond in it, so many different things. So anyway, he got this medicine and he kept it in his house, but he forgot to take the medicine. So then he goes to the doctor. Second time when he went, he took me in. So he goes to the doctor and he says, Doctor, you have to give me a medicine so that I will remember to take the other medicine. Then the doctor says, what happens if you forget to take this medicine? So, this is so many wonderful medicines are there in Ayurveda Shastra. But nowadays to even identify the herb is very difficult. And also because of commercialization, then the potency of the medicine is very much reduced. But in spite of all this, these medicines are much better than this allopathy poison medicine. In the medical line there are three things. One is metal, another is herb, another is poison. In Ayurveda also they use all the three, but very minimum poison and little more metal and herb mainly, all seeds and plants, juices, like that. In the allopathy line they use more poison and then they use little less metal and then very less herb and natural. So anyway, Hanuman, they were trying to confuse him, but he made a good arrangement to bring everything. And the fight was going on like this, and everyone had very powerful weapons. Like Indrajit was not less, he had conquered Indra. But he had this benediction that he will be killed only if, while he is performing a sacrifice, someone stops him and fights with him. Because Indrajit is very powerful, he was thinking, who will dare to stop me when I am performing sacrifice? So in between the wars, he just disappeared and went to a very secret place and he was performing sacrifice. So Vibhishan knew the place. He brought Hanuman and Angada there and they contaminated the sacrifice and pulled him out. Then there was big fight. And finally Lakshmana killed Indrajit. And one by one everyone was killed. And then Ravan was left. And did I explain that story, Ravan praying to Lord Shiva here in the class? I didn't. I was explaining it to somebody. For protecting him from Ram at the end of the verse. Anyway. So Ramachandra, I think that happened when the Parikram went to Shantipur. Only few devotees were there. I was just answering somebody's question. So Ramachandra, everything was finished, only Ravan was there. And the demigods, they helped a lot in the war because Indra sent his chariot and his charioteer. Ramachandra was using Indra's chariot. And he broke Ravana's chariot, killed his charioteer, killed the horses, broke the bow, broke his club. He also broke his flag. And then he told him, all right, Ravan, I give you some time. You go today, and you come back tomorrow with a good decision of giving Sita back to me. And if you do that, everyone who is dead will come back. You will get all your opulences. And as if this never happened, people will forget this. And you will be known as a noble king. And I will go back to Ayodhya, and you will keep good friendship. So Ravan, he felt it was great insult that he was not killed. So he went back to his palace. Then he remembered that Lord Shiva had promised him, when your life is in danger, you call me, I will save you. There is a veena known as Rudra Veena, Lord Shiva's personal instrument, veena. That was with Ravana. So he took that veena and he started singing songs in praise of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is easily pleased. So immediately he came in front of Ravana. He said, why did you call me? Ravana said, my life is in danger. Oh, how is your life in danger? Tell me. Dasharatha's son, Ramachandra, his wife Sita, I took her and I brought her here, and they are all here with the monkeys. They killed everybody, even Kumbhakarna, Indrajit, everyone is gone. I am left. And that king came to me by telling me, alright, you go today, I won't kill you, then you come back tomorrow. So over and above everything, I am insulted. So please save my prestige and save my life. Shiva said, yes, I must save your life. I will save your life. Sure, I am saving your life. Give Sita back. Ravan said, no. Oh, same thing again. Then he said, you are cheating me. You promised me you will save my life. But you are not doing it. So Shiva said, no, I am saving your life. Did I say for saving your life I'll go and fight with someone, or I have my own method of saving your life? Just take this small piece of advice. Give back Sita. Everything will be wonderful. So then Ravan said, no, I expected you will go and fight with Ram and finish. So he said, I don't mind. I will go fight with Ram, but I will be finished. So then Ravan said, no, I am not going to give back Sita. So I said, then you die. Who can protect you? So then Ravana came next day. When he came, Ramachandra was standing there holding his dhanush, his bow, which is invincible. It's very difficult. Even to carry that bow was so tough, very difficult. Much bigger than his body. It was very heavy. And he used to hold it just like he's holding some grass. Immense strength he was exhibiting. When Ravan came, he saw Ram, he folded his hands. And then Vibhishan and Lakshman, they said, Jai! Finally, he surrendered. The next moment, Ravan was thinking, what am I doing? No! So I'm here to fight with you. So then he had his arrow. So Ramachandra finished Ravan. Then all the queens came, Ravana's queens, they were crying. And Vibhishana and Hanuman, they came to Ramachandra and they said, so the war is over and we are arranging for the cremation of Ravan and performing Shraddha, oblation for all the ones who are dead. Now please instruct us about bringing Sita. So Ramachandra said, yes, you both go and you tell Sita that Ravan is killed and you bring her here. So they went there. Sita Devi was there. She already got all the news from Vibhishana's daughter. And then Hanuman told that, mother, you are being called by Ramachandra, so you must come. So he dressed with the same cloth with which she was taken away by Ravan, which was hanging on the tree there. She dressed herself up, then she came. So when she came in there, Hanuman and Vibhishan, they came to Ramachandra and said, here is your wife, Sita, Then Ramchandra said, tell her that she can do whatever she likes. She can go anywhere she likes. I have killed Ravan and she has no fear now. She can go wherever she likes. Then Hanuman cried. And he was looking at Vibhishan. He said, what is this? Cross the ocean, build a bridge, kill the demons, bring the mountains, and you go wherever you like. He said, didn't he say that? Vibhishan said, yes, that's what he said. I'm also thinking, what happened? So then they went to Lakshman. He said, what is this? Lakshman said, that's what I'm also thinking. What is this? So then they all came back to Ram, and Vibhishan was leading the party. He said, oh Lord, Ramachandra, can you please repeat what you said? So he said, no, why, you didn't hear me? Now our work is done. We have killed the demon. Now we will go back. We can tell this lady, she can do whatever she likes. Then Hanuman came to Sita Devi, looking at her face. Then Sita Devi said, did you hear what he said? And I said, yes, he says you can go wherever you like. So then Sita Devi told Hanuman, you tell this king, my husband, that for going anywhere I like, I did not have to wait all this time. I could have gone anywhere I like. I was only waiting for him to come. Now why is he rejecting me? Then she prayed to all the gods. Then all demigods appeared then. Brahma, even Janaka came, even Dasarath came. From the Pitralok. They all were present. They all came in there. And they said, Ramachandra, this is your wife, Sita. This whole program you did is to get her back. Now you take her back. Ramachandra said, no, I don't have to take her back. So then Dasarath and Janaka, they both came and he said, no, this will be too harsh for her. You please take her back. So then he said, how will I take her back? She's not my wife. Then everyone got confused. Then Brahma came in there and said, this is your Leela. You just take an avatar to finish the demons and protect the devotees. Don't do too much Leela that we get confused. Yeah, it's alright. But don't make it too much Leela. So now here's your wife, just take her. And then he said, she's not my wife. Brahma said, why? He said, because. How can she be my wife? She stayed in Ravana's garden so long, 4 years. And I may take her as my wife. But when I go back to Ayodhya, what will I say to my citizens? They will say, Ram, you went to the forest, how was everything? Everything was alright except that my wife stayed with Ravan for 4 months. What they will think? Will I be able to keep this lady on the throne as my queen? Is the Singhasan, the great seat of the Ikshvaku dynasty, some woman who left her husband and stayed somewhere else for 4 months? They will complain to me. So then, Hanuman asked Ramachandra, then what are we supposed to do? He said, you ask Sita. He came back, Sita. So Hanuman said, you solve the problem. So Sita Devi said, ask him. If he wants, I can go through the fire and prove that I am pure. Then Vibhishan came and told Ramachandra. Ramachandra said, yes, that's a good idea. He said, Lakshmana, make a fire. So they made the fire and Hanuman was crying. He couldn't see that. He couldn't see that Mother Sita would walk into the fire. After all that trouble. So he left the place. And Vibhishan also left the place. They couldn't see this. They couldn't tolerate. Lakshmana, he is the thankless person all the time. He's always given a thankless situation. So he went to Mother Sita and said, please come and go into the fire. And Sita Devi climbed into the fire. And she was sitting on the fire. The fire was glowing. Nothing happened to her. But it's all there in Ramayana. But something happened. What happened was, Agni, he came there and he brought the original Sita. Because Sita was never in Sri Lanka. This was a big scandal. This scandal was arranged by Lakshmana. Then Maricha got the arrow of Ramachandra in his heart. And he shouted, "Oh, Lakshmana, Sita." So Sita Devi told Lakshman, "Oh, your brother is in trouble. You must go. Save him." So Lakshman was smiling. Then Sita Devi said, "What a demoniac person are you? How can you smile and laugh when your brother is getting killed by the demon?" So he said, What problem he has? When people get problem, they chant Ram's name. How can he have problem? Anyone who is afraid of enemy, they call Ram's name and they get protected. How can he have any enemy? He is protecting everyone in this world. He has no problem. Sita Devi said, "No, I know your plan. You always wanted to have me as your wife. So now that Ram will be dead, you will be happy." He closed his ears. Oh, what is this? Then she said, "If not, you must go now." So he said, "All right, I will go." Then he thought, no, I'm not going like this. So he took this Agneya Astra, the Astra of fire weapon, and he drew a line in front of the Astra. He said, "You be beyond this line, don't cross this line." So then Ravan came as a sannyasi, and he was trying to first enter the house. So when he came, he touched the line, the fire came and he couldn't go in. So he stood that side. Then he saw, "Anyone in house?" So Sita Devi came. So whose house is this? He said, "This is the son of Dasarath, Ramachandra, an exile, and nobody comes to this house. Nobody who has come to this house goes without getting something. So I will give you something." So she brought something, some fruit. Then Ravan said, "I don't enter houses. I am Nastik Sannyas. You have to come outside and give to me Diksha." So she thought, "Oh, I cannot cross the line." He said, "But I have been told by my protectors that I can't cross this line." So they said, "All right, I won't have Diksha. I'm going. I'm angry." So she said, No, don't go angry." And he said, Yeah, all these Dasarath, Ram, they all confused myself. They don't give any charity. I'm going. I will tell everyone, this is Ram. She said, Devi thought, "Oh, this is very bad. I have to protect the name of my husband." So she crossed the line. When she crossed the line, the fire came again. And Agni took her away to Agni's palace. And he produced the Sita, was illusory Sita. And that Sita, Ravana took. Then one may say, if she is not original Sita, then what's the whole problem about this scene? It seems to be invalid. No, even that Sita belongs to Lord only. All the Lakshmis belong to the Lord. So neither she is supposed to be in Ravan's garden. So she has to be also taken back. But then Ramachandra has to vow that he only marries one Lakshmi, Sita Lakshmi, only one Lakshmi, no more in that incarnation. So he's not going to take the other Lakshmi. So you can go wherever you like. He was not cruel. He just told her what he is supposed to be told. But this happened in a very secret manner. Not many people knew. At least in the Ramayana, they didn't know. But we know. We seem to be better than those people in the Ramayana because of the scripture, Shastra. In the Kurma Puran, the story is mentioned. You read in the Chaitanya Charitamrita how a devotee of Ram was so anxious and so worried why Sita was touched by Ravan. Then Mahaprabhu explained to him. And then when he went to Rameswaram, he brought this Kurma Puran. Wherein the story is there. So in any case, Agni brought the original Sita and handed her over to Ramachandra. And then Ramachandra said, yes, now we must go to Ayodhya. So there was the Pushpak Viman, this big jet plane which travels, which flies, not with diesel but by mind, by mental impression. So they all got on the Pushpak Viman, Sugriva. And then a few leading monkeys got on the Pushpak Viman, where Sita and Lakshman and Ramachandra and Hanuman was also there. Then the other monkey said, no, we are not going by this bridge and walking all the way to Kichkinda. We also go by flight. Anyway, it's not that it was too costly or anything. So Ramachandra, he told the Pushpa Viman, he expanded. So then Pushpa Viman expanded and took all the Vanaras in it. So they all took a flight. And while they were going, Ramachandra was showing to Sita, this is Janastan. This is where I fought with the 14,000 Rakshasas, killed them with one arrow. This is Panchavati. This is the Dandakaranya forest. This is Kichkinda. They had a stopover in Kichkinda. Then they took Sugriva's family also. Angada's mother, they all got on the Pushpakima. Then they were flying over Bharadwaja's ashram. So all the places they visited, Ramachandra would show to Sita. You remember this place, you remember that place. In this way they were coming. In the meantime, Hanuman, he told Ramachandra that we have to go fast. Otherwise, tomorrow sunrise, Bharat will jump in the fire. It's 14 years already. So Ramachandra said, you go before. Hanuman flew very fast. He jumped in front of Bharat. By the time it was sunrise already, and Bharat was circumambulating the fire, but jumping into the fire. His 14 years over. He was 1, 2, the third round. The 7th round he will get into the fire. The second round he was completing, he heard this sound. Ram is coming, Ram is coming, Ram is coming. He was looking up and he said, where is Ram coming? Then he went around again. The third round he saw this figure jumping in front of him. The big tail, the club on the shoulder, with a crown, and so many ornaments on his chest. So Bharat looked at him and said, who are you? He said, I am Hanuman. I am servant of Ram. Just imagine that you are in Ayodhya and Ramchandra went to forest, and after 14 years suddenly a monkey jumps from the sky. And he seems to be a very learned person too. He has got the big tail in the back, and he is telling, I am your brother's servant. Bharat said, what? You thought that by fasting too much and seeing some delusions. So he asked everybody else, are you also seeing this monkey? He said, yeah, we all are seeing this monkey. So then Hanuman jumped up on a tree, and then he started speaking Ramayana. And how everything happened in very short summarized way. When Bharat heard all that, he was very happy. And then Pushpak Viman came. So all the citizens of Ayodhya, because of Hanuman's prior information, they were all ready to receive him. Ramachandra came. So Bharat took him to that Singhasan and he told him, here are your chiefs. They were ruling this country. Now I hand this country back to you. Now you rule this country. And then there was coronation ceremony. In the coronation ceremony, everybody was given some gifts. Ramachandra was giving, Sita was giving, like that. So then Hanuman was very happy seeing so many people are coming, getting something and going. And he was in ecstasy, he was chanting, dancing, jumping. So then Sita Devi felt very merciful. She called him, Hanuman, nobody gave you anything. So here, take this necklace. He had a pearl necklace. Gave it. So Hanuman took the pearl necklace. When you give pearls to monkeys, what they do? So he broke the thing and he started eating it. Then all the saintly people in the assembly, this monkey too. Sita Devi's necklace. So then they were all murmuring like that. Ramachandra went to the forest, that's alright, but why did he bring the forest into the city? And what is he doing? The queen's necklace is insulting the kingdom. So then Ramachandra said, Hanuman, they are all having confusion about you. About me? What is the confusion? The confusion is that they are thinking that you don't think about me so much. You are not valuing me so much. So Hanuman said, oh, so you tell me what should I do? You show them how nicely you value me, how you are respecting me. So then Hanuman said, oh, that is your order, I will do. So then he put his hands on his chest and he opened his body. He showed his heart. And in the heart was a court hall. And there was Ramachandra and Sita. And in front of them was a Hanuman. And he was opening his chest. And inside the chest was a court hall. And there was Ramachandra and Lakshman, Sita, Bharat, Shatrugna and Hanuman. And there Hanuman was also opening his heart. And in this way they had an unlimited vision of Ram Bhakti. So then they were all convinced. In any case, carnation was over. And then everybody took Ramachandra's service. Everyone has some service. Everybody took service. Because it's not been there for 14 years. So thousands of people are waiting to serve Ramachandra. And Hanuman, he was thinking, what do I do whole day here in Ayodhya? He was walking, telling people about Ramayana, but he got bored. So he came back to Mother Sita and he said, let's go to the forest again. There's something happening there. This is what, everything is all right and there's nothing to do. So I'm getting bored. I want to serve Ramachandra. I want some personal service of Ramachandra. So Sita Devi called the palace manager and asked, any service? Any service? No, I have waiting list already, people waiting to take service. So Hanuman said, what? You brought me here for what? If I cannot serve Ram, then what's the meaning of me sitting here? So he told Sita, you must get me some service. I'm only depending on you. I don't know anyone here. I know you. So then Sita Devi said, I recommend you. It's only personal service left. So when you yarn, you start. So that he does not have to do. Hanuman will do it for him. So Hanuman was given a raised place on a window. He would sit there. He would look at Ram. Then is he going to yarn? Whenever he yarns, I can snap my fingers. So at one point, Ramachandra did yarn. He opened his mouth and Hanuman quickly snapped it. And he was thinking, I snap and then that's it. Then I have to wait for another yarn. So he said, I have to do some tricks. So he didn't stop snapping. He was just snapping. Like this. And Ramachandra was. So Sita Devi is trying to ask him something. Please tell me what happened to you. Lakshmana is coming, they're calling the doctors are coming, they're looking, Rajika is coming, everybody's coming. Ramachandra's mouth is just wide open. And then finally they brought a palm leaf and asked him, please say something, why this is... So ask him to stop snapping fingers. And then they remembered, it's Hanuman snapping his fingers. And he was very quick, if he stops, he will stop. So then they say, Hanuman, what are you doing? The past hour, Ramachandra's mouth is wide open. So then he said, all right, you promised me some good service, then I will stop. So then he was given the service of waking up Ram in the morning. Then he was happy. Another day, Hanuman went to Sita Devi's house. And then he said, Masaji, I'm very hungry, give me something. So she said, I'll give you something, just wait, I'm putting sindoor on my hair. When I finish, I will give you something. I can't wait, I'm very hungry. He said, no, nobody can be that hungry. You're just doing bad much, you wait. Masaji, I'm so hungry, I have died, I need some fruit. He said, just wait, I finished halfway through, and I put... So the Hanuman looked at her and said, why do you do this? Why are you putting this red thing on you? So then she said, you know why I'm putting this on? Because if I do this, Lord Ramachandra will be happy, and he will live long, and he will be very opulent, he will have Lakshmi, and all these things will happen. That is why I'm covering my Simanta with. And then he left. Quickly Sita finished and got the fruits together. I said, Hanuman, where is Hanuman? Hanuman is not to be found. I said, he said, so hungry. Where is he gone? So she clapped their hands and the soldiers came, go find Hanuman. They all went to him. They couldn't find Hanuman at all. Then few minutes later, some figure entered Sita Devi's room. She looked, it was all red. fully red. It had the shape of a monkey. You can see the face, nose, nothing. Chadar, dhoti, everything is red. It's taken back in red. So then he said, hey, who are you? I'm Hanuman. What did you do? I covered my whole body with sindoor. Say what? So you cover only this much, you will become happy, you will become prosperous. I cover my whole body, then you will get more. And that's why when you see Hanuman deity, you see he's covered with red. Because he put sindoor all over his body. Mataji is only putting one place. He took bath in sindoor. That much love and affection Hanuman had for Ramachandra. So, in this way they were living very happily in Ayodhya till Sita Devi got pregnant. And she had a desire to go to the forest because she was in the forest, she liked the forest so much, wildflowers and bumblebees and deers and peacocks. And so she had this desire that I should go to the forest again. So one day she told Ramachandra, can we go to the forest again? Ramachandra said, why to the forest? Now nobody is taking any benediction. He said, no, I like forest. He said, oh, that's nice. I'll take you. No problem. Anyway, that evening, every time in the evening, Ramachandra and Lakshman, they will dress up like ordinary citizens. They will go around Ayodhya. They will see who is saying what, who is doing what. They will check it. So this is called Nagar Sodhana. Testing how the citizens are, feeling the pulse of the citizens. Whether they like you, they don't like you, if there is any enemy here. It's a very important job. So Lakshman is going around like that. Ramachandra is going. They heard a big scene in a colony, small colony. Dhobis live there. There's a big scene there. They were hiding and seeing. What is this? There was a lady and she was being kicked by her husband. She was crying. He was holding his feet and telling, you do anything, but don't send me out of the house. He said, no, you're not qualified to enter this house. You can go anywhere. I don't like. So then she was calling all the villagers, please help me. What did I do wrong? You make some judgment. So they all came for judgment. He said, no judgment. I am husband, she is wife. I decide what she does. She's not coming in my house anymore. She can go. Then some elder people came and said, hey, you don't do like this. This is very bad. She is not a bad woman. She is liking you. She wants to serve you. Why are you kicking her away? So she said, you are telling all this, but if what she has done, if your wife will do, you won't be even standing and talking. You would have finished her. He said, why did she do so much? This lady, she went to wash clothes and she never came back. 3 days later she is coming. And I am asking her, what happened? She is telling me, my father's house, somebody came, they told father is sick, so I had to go. And I came back. I was only in my father's house. So then they say, yes, she was only in the father's house, so what is the problem? How do I know? She may have gone anywhere. She is not pure, I am not taking her. They said, no, you must take her. She is crying, she is very, very affectionate to you. So you think I am Lord Ramachandra? Then after keeping his wife for 4 months in somebody else's house and then he will take it back? I am not that cheap as Lord Ram. Then Ramachandra heard this and he looked at Lakshman. Lakshman posed as if he didn't hear it. He was looking at it. He didn't want any more sins. So when they came back, they were very silent. Both of them, they didn't discuss anything. And Ramachandra did not take any prasad that night. Then he called Lakshman and he said, tomorrow morning, when just at the time of sunrise, you take Sita, you drop her in the forest. So early morning, Lakshman's chariot came. Lakshman knocked the door. So Sita was thinking it must be Ramachandra. So she came and said, who? Said Lakshman. Lakshman, what is the news? Said, Ramachandra has told me to take you to the forest. He said, why? So she wanted to go to the forest, and she thought that now Ramachandra is sending her with Lakshman. So she went in, packed up everything, and then she came out. So then Lakshman saw her and said, Ramachandra said, you are not taking anything. He said, what about those cosmetics? No. Nothing. Just get on the chariot. So then he said, I can't take anything. So Lakshmana said, Master will provide you everything. He was actually worrying and paining in his heart, but he cannot say anything. So she happily got on the chariot. They were going. So they crossed the Tamasa river. Then they came up to the bank of Ganges. And then Lakshmana said, you get down. She got down. Lakshmana took the reins. Then she said, hey, where are you going? I'm leaving you in the forest. You leaving me like this in the forest? In this place? Is nobody here? Yes, you are banished to the forest. Your husband, my brother, has banished you to the forest because of the Jogi's criticism. And then he couldn't stand there anymore. Quickly drove the chariot and disappeared. And Sita Devi started crying. She fell on the ground. She became unconscious. And then two brahmacharis, they were coming from Valmiki's ashram to pick up some firewood in that area. When they saw this queen laying down there, so they ran back to the ashram and they told Valmiki that there is a queen there. She is pregnant and she is unconscious. So Valmiki knew who that was. So he came up to her. Then she told her, she gave her some medicine, told her that you stay in my ashram and you deliver the children here. Then he said that I promise you, somehow I will make compromise between you and Lord Ramachandra. She stayed in his ashram. 2-3 days passed by, and all the brahmacharis in the ashram were talking. Just after Mangalarati, they go outside the temple. Who? You know what's happening? Say, what? This queen, some queen. What's she doing in our ashram? Say, well, queen, some king, they always visit ashram. You are too innocent. Say, what? This queen has been banished by her husband. Then we should give her shelter. What do you mean give her shelter? Ashram is not meant for giving shelter to the destitute Mataji. If the husband has kicked her away, she must go to hell. What is she doing here? You're not running an asylum for this Mataji. You can distribute some books, that's all right. This is right. So we're not keeping this Mataji here. It's that meant for our ashram. Tomorrow even the king will get angry on us. I kick her out and you take. No good. Because the demigods will be unhappy. So then talk. There's some Bengali brahmacharis there and taking this politics. Then it became bigger and bigger and everybody's talking and Valmiki is sitting in the judge's sala and he's doing his judge and he's talking in the back. Tell him. And he's doing his judge and again talk. At one point he stopped the judge and did a Purnahuti quickly. He said, hey, everyone come here. They all came. What's your problem? No problem. Everything is all right. No, there is some problem. Hey, what problem? No, if some queen comes here, what's the problem for us? We are brahmacharis, we don't care. That is called Bengal politics. They don't care. They didn't say anything. Who is saying that? Who is saying? I'm not saying. No, you are saying something. Don't play jokes with me. Say, all right, I don't want to know who said it. Just tell me, what is the subject? Then one man said, they say. Who they? They all say. I'm representing them. That's called West Bengal. They say, what do they say? Queen, maybe she is not just, and maybe someone will tell something about us, maybe it is bad for our ashram, maybe like that. They are telling like that. They are all telling. So So then Valmiki said, oh, they are all selling. So we can solve the problem. I tell you, he is sick. It's the founder, so what to do? The founder has gone, then we can give so many opinions. But this is founder himself, what to do? He said, Maharaj, you say she is sick. Yes, I say she is sick. One man said, how do you know?